afternoon and welcome to our Week 5 news report. Today our team will bring you 3 significant international developments. First, the United Nations push for sustainable and inclusive economic growth. Then, new policy shift in the United States that could affect clean energy industries. And finally, a growing debate in Australia: can higher productivity really improve work life?
Thanks, FAZLEE. The United Nations reports that the world is not on track to meet Sustainable Development Goal 8, which is decent work and economic growth. Yes, there has been some success, like 45 countries achieving near universal access to electricity, but major challenges remain. Unemployment is still high in many parts of the world, especially among youth and women. Meanwhile, inflation and inequality have worsened due to the COVID-19 pandemics and conflicts. The UN warns that without urgent action, many developing countries will fall further behind.
Thank you, ALIFAH. The UN calls for a shift toward sustainable and inclusive growth. This means not just focusing on GDP, but also on job quality, social protection, gender equality, and environmental responsibility. Innovation, digital access, and green infrastructure are key areas for investment. The UN urges government to work together and include vulnerable communities in recovery efforts. In the words of Secretary General Antonio Guterres, we must shift into overdrive to meet the SDGs by 2030. Let's now move to the United States and how energy policies are changing.
Thanks, AMIR. My name is BINTI and I will talk about US energy tax credit phase out. On May 12, the US House proposed to phase out the clean energy tax credits earlier than originally planned. The 48E investment tax credit and the 45Y production tax credit were supposed to last until 2031, but will now start phasing out in 2029 by dropping it to 80%, then 60%, and then ending by 2032. The move has drawn criticism from renewable energy experts who fear this will slow clean energy progress and affect over $1.4 billion worth of projects. Also at risk, the 25D tax credit for residential solar, which will now only apply to systems completed before the end of 2025. Environmental groups worry this will delay the energy transition and reduce clean jobs opportunity.
Thank you, Lim. In Australia, the government is calling for a major productivity boost to tackle rising costs and low wage growth. Treasurer Jim Chalmers says the goal is to raise incomes without forcing people to work longer hours, but many workers are unsure. Critics argue that productivity might mean doing work more or less pay, unless it comes with real reforms. Economics propose using AI, enforcing fair competition laws, and investing in R&D instead of relying on longer work hours. The public asks, why not share the benefits through better work-life balance or even a 4-day work week?
So, our conclusion, today's stories remind us that economic policies, whether global, national or local, directly shape our daily life. From the UN's warning about sustainable growth to America's clean energy crossroad to debates about work in Australia, one thing is clear: growth must benefit people, not just numbers. We leave you with the question: what kind of future are we building and who gets to benefit? I am Muhammad FAZLEE ZULKIFLI, and that concludes our Week 5 news report. Thank you for watching.